Welcome back, Romantic Home Family. I am Olivia, Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video, I am so excited to share with you guys some DIY Christmas decor crafts. Now, this is episode 14 in my huge I Love Christmas series. I'd love to share with you guys how you can have a boutique, gorgeous home on a budget. Go back and check out the rest of the I Love Christmas series, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's totally free. It helps me out so much. I am a full-time content creator here on YouTube, and pop over to my brand new Olivia's Romantic Home DIY Facebook page where I share daily crafting inspiration as well as Instagram and TikTok. Now listen, without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns. Get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For this first Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to take these Dollar Tree candy canes and some Dollar Tree ribbon. Now this ribbon is actually in the Crafters Square section. I'm going to take and make a big fancy bow. So I'm just going to measure the ribbon from my wrist to my elbow, and that's going to be about, 11 to 12 inches. And I'm going to loop it over on itself 4 times, and that's going to create a really easy little fun loopy bow. Once you guys have the ribbon looped over on itself, and you can see that there are 2 layers of ribbon on each side, you're just going to trim that off, find the center, and then cut a little set of tails. Now this is the easiest bow in the whole wide world, and it comes out so adorable. So you're going to pinch it together in the center and add those tails, and then you're going to want to take a zip tie, or you could take floral wire or a pipe cleaner and just really gather that ribbon together, zip tie it off, and then you can give it a really good fluffing. I have really started leaning towards zip ties as my favorite securing when I'm doing like big florals that could possibly be going outside. The next thing I want to do is take my scissors and just dovetail the ends of my ribbon, and once I have that done, I'm going to give it a little bit of a zhuzh, a little bit of fluffing. I'm going to grab my candy cane and just kind of measure it to see if this is about the right size. Now I'm also going to add greenery to this candy cane. This was just a little piece of greenery I trimmed off of another garland that I had on hand. I also have this ribbon, and I don't have very much candy cane ribbon at all. I'm going to try to really work with what I have this season, so we'll see how far that goes as far as the ribboning is concerned. I may have to buy a roll or 2 of ribbon, but I'm going to really try to push myself. Okay, so I'm just going to make 2 little loops here and then secure this on to my candy cane with a zip tie. Now, I did go back and realized once I did the second one that securing the greenery first is the best option, and then add your bow on. So zip tie your greenery to your candy cane, and then zip tie your bow on, and then you can give it a really good fluffing. And this part gets creative with however you want to add in some zhuzh, some baubles, some goodies. Here's what it looks like so far with just the greenery and ribbons. Of course, I had to go a little bit extra. You guys know me. I decided to hot glue a couple little ornaments. I added a red ornament and then kind of this more like pale pink ornament. I'm trying to see how I feel about adding in a little bit of pinks into my red and white. I have a lot of red and white, and then also some pinks. So one of you guys suggested that I try using both this season because I'm kind of in a quandary on if I want to use red or pink. Here is how it is looking so far. I think this looks absolutely adorable. The majority of the goodies are from Dollar Tree. I created 2 of these, and I did them opposite to where I could put them on either side of like a doorway or a window, or I could also use them separately. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this. Now, I also am looking back on this and realizing the bow got a little bit too big. Did I get too big with my bow? I love big bows, and I cannot lie. You guys know that about me. So anyway, I thought it turned out fun and fabulous and very budget friendly. For this DIY, we're going to create a beautiful big gingerbread Candyland garland, and I'm starting out with this piece of greenery and this super adorable little gingerbread person I found at Hobby Lobby. Now they're 50% off at Hobby Lobby right now, so go grab you a little cute little gingerbread if you don't have one. Now, you don't have to use a gingerbread. You could use a different center point for this idea. So you want to start out with a garland and then do your center point, and I just zip tied my little ginger person on underneath its little neck collar, and look how cute she is on here. I also had these jumbo candy pieces, and I think I grabbed these at Michael's a couple of years ago, and I'm just going to pop them on end to end and then zip tie them in. That way they are not going anywhere and they're on there really nice. And now I did notice my gingerbread person did not want to sit completely straight, but that's okay. I really think it gives it some movement and some creativity. Okay, once I had those zip tied, I just went ahead and took some of this red ribbon and I'm going to trim it off because I want to weave some ribbon in and around my little ginger person before I add in any ornaments. And again, I'm really trying to use what I have on hand, so I'm conserving this ribbon. This is the only ribbon that I had that was gingerbread themed. I think I used a bunch of my gingerbread ribbon last year in the outdoors, and it just, after being outside all winter, I didn't hang on to it because it had already been reused like for multiple years. So if I do go with a gingerbread theme, you guys might see me splurge on a roll or two of ribbon, but I really am trying to stick to using what I have on hand this year. Okay, so what I'm doing with these ribbons is I'm taking the red ribbon and the candy stripe ribbon and I'm just zip tying them to my little candy cane things, and then I'm just going to wrap this behind the little big giant jumbo candy thing, and using the evergreen branches I'm just going to cross the ribbon over on itself. Now again, think about this to where you guys could use any ribbon that you guys have on hand. Just zhuzh it. I'm making like about 6 to 8 inch poofs and then crossing the evergreen over on themselves. And I just want to encourage you guys that you guys can really do this. And also, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's fun to have a little character in your designs. Mine is definitely never perfect. So I just want to encourage you guys to try. Get some greenery, get some pretty ribbon and some baubles, and make a pretty little swag or centerpiece. This could actually kind of go for either. If you had like a buffet you wanted to set this on, or if you want to hang it on the wall. So it is not quite time for me to put all my Christmas decor into my home yet. And you guys can see I've been crafting a lot for Christmas. Oh, just real quick, I am going to add in some baubles here. So I'm taking a piece of floral wire and I'm just going to string the floral wire. I'm going to string the ornaments onto the floral wire and then insert them next to my little gingerbread person. And I want to do this so when I'm making a swag like this, I want to do whatever I do to one side, I want to do to the other. So you want to kind of try to twin it as best you can. So I did also different textures with the country gingerbread ornament, then the matte colored ornament, then the shiny ornament. And all of this you guys can find at Hobby Lobby. All of this is at Hobby Lobby. It's no specialty anything, and you don't necessarily have to use these exact things. You guys could get creative and use what you have on hand as well. Now I'm going to take some smaller ornaments as I get towards the end and just wire those in as well. Super easy. Again, I wanted to make this really easy and fun and user friendly, and also fairly cost effective. This would be more of like a centerpiece or, a statement piece for the room or door or buffet corner. I hope you guys are enjoying this and are having fun watching this tutorial. Now, gathering some goodies from my craft stash, I'm just going to take these beautiful sparkling green pieces and have this holly. These are some of the little David Christopher's picks that I had left over, and I'm just going to pop them into kind of the spaces that need a little bit of zhuzhing. So it's nice to put in your big statement pieces, add in some ornaments around that, and then add in your pretty picks. I did not hot glue these because I'm not completely for sure where this is going to go in my home. I'm thinking I'm going to put it in my kitchen and do a gingerbread kitchen theme. I'm thinking a Mrs. Claus bakery gingerbread theme I think would be so cute. You guys, what do you guys think about that for a theme? So I have a little space at my kitchen that I'm thinking of putting it, but I want to see if I can hang the curtains in the right place and just really get it to where I want it to go. Or I may use this in my living room on my mantle if I go with a gingerbread theme in my main Christmas, big living room. So still a little bit up in the air. I did get out all of my Christmas goodies and start going through that to see what I have on hand. I did a gingerbread Candyland theme 2 years in a row, and that was a couple of years ago. So I did take a break and do a glam tree the next year after that. And then last year I did a very traditional red and green tree, which I am going to be doing a traditional tree in my home somewhere. I do have one big main tree, and so I'm excited to see how that one is going to go. But anyway, just having fun playing around with this. So here is what is looking so far. I'm just kind of picking in some of these pretty sparkling picks and just having fun with it, and just have fun with your creation and go for it. Here is the finished look. What do you guys think about this? I think it came out so super adorable and festive. I feel very fancy with this design. Now there's a lot going on behind this design. Hopefully you guys can kind of still see it, but so fun and fabulous. And again, all of the goodies are from Hobby Lobby. This little gingerbread person though just makes me smile, and I feel like the heart of Christmas is the heart of the home. A little bit country, but oh so chic. Now for this DIY, we're just mainly going to do more of Christmas prepping, and I actually prepped these before I used them in that garland, and I'm just going to take my iron. I have it set on a low setting, and I have a towel over my ironing board, and I'm just going to press out my ribbon. So this is a really great way to get a little bit more longevity out of your ribbon. I had used these and tied bows in them, and they pressed out so nicely, and this was just an inexpensive ribbon from Hobby Lobby with some satin ribbon. Be careful though, start out with a really low setting on your iron, because some ribbon will have like sparkle things on it or be at more of a thin, and it can really melt your ribbon, which I've melted ribbon before, you guys. So anyway, do you guys still use an iron? I don't really use my iron as much as I used to. Back in the day, I used to always be ironing things, but it seems like anymore, I'll just toss it in the dryer and hope for the best. Let me know in the comment section below, are you guys using your iron? So I just thought that this might inspire you if you are using what you have on hand. I did a Hobby Lobby shop with me a couple videos back and just kind of ask you guys what themes you're using. I did notice a lot of you all were letting me know that you're going to be using the the goodies that you already have on hand. So a nice way to refresh things is to get out everything and iron it. These are some cute little country red and white check curtains. I thought these would be cute in my kitchen if I decide to go with that little cozy gingerbread theme. But anyway, a nice way to refresh things is to give them a good tidy, give them a good ironing, and that will make them feel a little bit more new. Another way to make your decor feel a little bit more new, if you're reusing what you already have, is to use things in a different room. So last year I used my gingerbread theme outside at my entryway, and some of it, took a beating and had to be tossed, but the majority of it survived. I also used the the gingerbread stuffed guys. They went into my spare bedroom, and I did a Christmas bedroom in there. So it was all Christmas theme, red and white. It was super adorable. So that's how I repurposed and reused my gingerbread theme stuff from last year. And then my glam stuff I used in my dining room, and that had been from a couple years back. And then I'll do the same thing this year. I want to make everything look new just by moving it around and giving it a different placement. So I hope this gives you guys an idea on how to tidy up and inspires you to get out all your goodies, start sorting through things, tidying them, ironing them, and really repurpose and use what you might already have on hand. Now for this Dollar Tree DIY, let's create a super adorable Dollar Tree gingerbread jar. I have these little Dollar Tree candle holders, and I'm just going to remove the base of them. And this is such a fun idea if you just have like a little gingerbread cutout, and then I'm going to add that to the front of this jar to make it just a super cute little decor piece. Now I needed to have something for the metal to adhere to, so I'm just going to take this little red and white polka dot ribbon and wrap it around the base of my jar and then give it a good little hot glue. And then once I have that done, I'm going to secure that and then add my little gingerbread guy to the front of that. Can you guys tell that I might be slightly burning myself every once in a while when I'm crafting? So I'm going to go ahead and add that by adding a dibble dabble of hot glue to my ginger person. No ginger person was harmed in the making of this, and then just wrap it around it there. And then I'm going to add in some little gingerbread goodies. And again, so you guys, there are some really cute little gingerbread things at Hobby Lobby. So I encourage you guys, if you are doing the gingerbread theme and you want to add to your decor, they have these little candies that come on a string that you guys can kind of piece apart, and they really give you a lot of bang for your buck on that. Okay, I'm adding in some of these little gingerbread candies in and around the base of my jar just to really zhuzh it up and make it super cute and festive. So here is the final look. I added in some little cute little candy stripe ornaments, and then bam, I have this fabulous little gingerbread jar, very budget friendly and very fun, using one of those little Dollar Tree vases, and then just the cute little gingerbread person, and then some candy ideas. And you guys could just add real candy canes to it. You could do so many fun things to make this super creative and adorable, fun and fabulous, and very budget friendly.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree.
For this Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to take my little gingerbread cutouts and turn him into a gingerbread guy. So I am just going to take some of this brown paint, and this craft is so fun to do. You guys can just relax, get out your paints and paintbrush and have fun with it. This is also a really great little craft to do with your kiddos or grandkids. Just have fun with it, get creative, and just paint the base whatever color suits your fancy, whatever color gingerbread person. I'm going to do a pretty traditional one, so I went with this brown. And again, you guys can find also some fun little paints at Walmart. The apple barrel craft paints are so inexpensive. They're like $1 a bottle, and you guys can just really have fun with it. Get some fun Christmas colors. Dollar Tree is also carrying paints, and the quality is pretty decent. Okay, once I had that done, I'm going to give him some little stripy white arms. And then once I have that done, I'm just going to give it some little candy stripe buttons. So fun. Get creative with this. Decorate them however you love. Have fun and go for it.
snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Play it with me under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho, ho, ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing.
Now for his bow, you could paint a red bow, or you could get a little bit more extra with it and add in a ribbony bow, which is what I did. And then, be still my heart, I'm going to paint some eyes on my little gingerbread person. Now I do have my computer out and I have a set of eyes pulled up for me to kind of go off of. I am not the best at painting eyes, you guys. You might want to also trace it out before you start painting, but I did just go ahead and go for it, and I think he ended up being pretty adorable for not being really great or confident at painting eyes. But the best thing about paint is you guys can keep adding like different little colors and going over it with shadows, and it doesn't have to be perfect because our faces aren't perfect. So, the more creative you get, just have fun. And then I added some little stripies and a little white top, and we have a super adorable gingerbread person on a budget.
To wish us all a Merry Christmas Day.
Okay, now I have to share with you guys my super adorable little puppy dog, Benji Bear. This is him in the morning. He is such a cuddle buddy. He loves to sit right next to me, and this spot is where I drink my tea and get cuddled up in all these blankets. And it just cracks me up how like burrowed down he gets and how cuddly and sweet and snuggly he is in the morning. He's a really sassy guy, so it's just really funny. Okay, the other thing I want to share with you guys is Benji Bear and I were out taking a walk, and look at how beautiful this fall tree is. All of the leaves are really falling in my area right now. All of our yards are just full of so many leaves. Actually got my little leaf blower out. My dad bought me an electric leaf blower last year. And I'm going to wait to completely do my yard until my tree is done, because every time I leaf blow like my front porch, my, just a little front area of my yard, it's just full back again. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys have any tips for me on that. But here is Benji Bear enjoying this nice, beautiful day. It's still in the 80s here, you guys. Although we have been getting a little bit cooler weather in the evening. Look at this beautiful tree. Oh, I just love all the fall trees. Thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafting and decorating adventure. It's such a true blessing and honor to have each and every one of you all here. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's totally free. I'm a full-time content creator and it helps me out so much. Also pop over to my brand new Olivias Romantic Home DIY Facebook page, where I share daily crafting inspiration with you guys, as well as on TikTok and Instagram. So don't miss out on that. I am going to be hosting some new giveaways coming up, which I'm super excited about. Now listen, I've also been sharing a little daily devotional with you all. It's such a great little quick, easy read. It's called He Whispers Your Name, and it's by Cherry Hill. So let's check out what today's devotional is. The last one we did was Content in Christ, and now we're going to talk about under control. Let's see what this has to say. Having control over your troubles begins with keeping your heart from being troubled. There are few things you can control in life, but you can control your heart. Though it's deceitful above all things, I give you my word to saturate and transform your heart so that it will be unshakable in the midst of uncertainty. Keep yourselves under control when everything in life is out of control. Know that everything is in my control and you can trust me. Life is going to take you many directions, but I'll be there along the way to guide you into my will. It may not be the path you would have chosen, but if I'm with you, there is nothing to fear. What you can't do, I can. Trust me to deal with every detail of your life, no matter how simple the situation might be. Turn to me immediately when you are filled with anxiety. Let me replace the panic with my peace. Stay in my presence and talk to me continually, honestly, about all of your worries. And when you've turned them over to me, when you've decided to trust me completely, Don't try to take your troubles back. Leave them all in my hands and trust my heart with yours. The scripture that goes along with this says, don't let your hearts to be troubled. Trust in God and trust also in me. And that's John 14:1. I love that. So when I was at church this week, I was sitting there and I listened to the whole service. But the thing that struck me the most was that God is so unshakable, and that when we give our hearts to God, that's when everything else transforms. I've talked to you guys about feeling like I'm really the most imperfect Christian. I say and do things I shouldn't, and I try to do better every day. I'm always trying to do better. And I think what struck me in that service was that God isn't interested in how hard we're trying. Of course, He wants us to try. Of course, we need to try to be more righteous, but God wants our hearts. And that's what the pastor really drove home, was like, God just wants your heart. And after you give your heart to God and really give your heart to God and trust God, that's when all of the other things begin to fall into place. Our words and our actions and the way that we treat one another and all of that fun stuff. So that hit me like a ton of bricks. God just wants our hearts. He doesn't want us to go out and do all kinds of things to earn His love. All He wants is our hearts. So I hope that you guys have placed faith in Jesus and have allowed yourself to give God your heart, because it was probably the best thing I ever did way back in my 20s, and I still have so much work to do. So thank you for being here. I'm thankful for God's grace, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you guys. I hope that this devotional blessed you and helped you take any anxious thoughts and give them to God. So I know that there's a new season of Christmas coming up, and I'm super excited for that. And so anyway, I love y'all. I can't wait till our next video. Look out for some new giveaways coming up. And until then, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.